Have you ever been in a conversation with someone, but it felt like there was a third person in the room? Some invisible judge whose opinion was suddenly being used against you? Well, today, we're going to break down a really subtle but incredibly powerful form of psychological manipulation that does exactly that.
Yeah? Does this sound familiar? That feeling that your perspective is constantly being measured against some mysterious outside source. You're not just talking to one person. You feel like you're arguing against a silent, unseen jury. It's unsettling, it's confusing, and here's the thing, it's totally by design.
That unsettling dynamic? It actually has a name, triangulation. And it's a classic tactic used to create imbalance and control. So let's get a really clear definition of what that actually means.
So here's the crucial point. Triangulation is a deliberate act. It's when someone brings a third party, and this could be a person, a group, an X, even so-called public opinion, into a two-person dynamic. The goal isn't to get another perspective. No, it's to destabilize you, to make you feel off balance, jealous, or insecure.
But why? Why would someone do this? What is the actual end game here? Because it's not just about winning an argument. The manipulator has much bigger and honestly more insidious goals in mind.
What's really insidious is how these goals feed into each other. First, it erodes your trust in your own judgment. I mean, if everyone thinks you're wrong, maybe you start to think you are, right? Second, it isolates you. You start to pull away, believing the manipulator is the only one who's being honest with you. And that leads right to the final goal, gaining your loyalty, not through respect, but through pure control.
It can feel like an impossible situation, like a trap you just can't escape. But there is a way out. And the good news is, the defense against triangulation is surprisingly simple once you see the pattern. So how do you do it? How do you dismantle this manipulative structure? Your strongest defense doesn't involve complex arguments or emotional appeals. Nope. It's a direct, clear, and powerful strategy that just cuts right through the manipulation. It's about taking control of the conversation by demanding one simple thing.
This is it. This is the key. Triangulation thrives on vagueness and generalizations, those phantom opinions and unseen crowds. Statements like, people are saying, or everyone agrees. They have no real substance. By demanding specifics, you challenge the very foundation of the tactic, and you force them out of the shadows. And this is the essential follow-up. When you ask for specifics, you have to hold the line. Don't let them change the subject or accuse you of being difficult. You just refuse to engage with the vague accusation itself. The conversation literally cannot move forward until they provide concrete details. You are refusing to play their game by their rules.
Here's exactly how it works in practice. When they say, everyone thinks you're overreacting, you don't argue about whether you're overreacting. You simply ask, who is everyone? What exactly did they say to you? This puts the burden of proof right back on them, and more often than not, it exposes how empty their claim really is. And when you do this, you're doing way more than just defending yourself in a single conversation. You are fundamentally shifting the balance of power. You're moving from a position of defense to a position of control. See, the manipulator's power lies entirely in suggestion, innuendo, and ambiguity. It's basically a house of cards. The moment you demand the clarity of facts, names, dates, direct quotes, the entire structure they've built just collapses. You're simply refusing to live in the fog they've created.
So, the next time you feel that invisible third person entering the conversation, remember this. The power isn't with the one who invokes the opinions of unseen crowds. It's with the one who demands to see the facts in the clear light of day. So ask yourself, in that moment, who really holds the power?